Good morning, everyone.
And welcome to a special Election Day edition of the Hurricane Watch.
Today's Election Day?
Dude, are you serious?
I'm just joshing. We went around the school to see what WHB knows about all things presidential and the election.
Let's see how they did.
Let's go see if the West Hampton Beach students are well educated on politics. Excuse me, I have a question for you. Do you know the Vice President of the United States?
Mike Pence.
Do you know Joe Biden's running mate?
I do not.
Do you know who Joe Biden's running mate is?
Kamala Harris.
Very good. Do you know how old Donald Trump is?
65.
That's a good guess.
How old is Donald Trump?
74.
Wow, great job.
Thank you.
Hey, I have a question.
What question?
How many votes does it take to win the election for the Electoral College?
I think so, 102.
Nope.
That's wrong.
That's wrong?
Yeah.
Man.
I'm here with Justice. Justice, how many votes for the Electoral College does it take to win the election?
At least 270.
Okay. Wow, I didn't know some of that. Should be an interesting election, though.
Speaking of interesting, do you know the difference between the Electoral College and the popular vote?
As a matter of fact, I actually don't.
Braylene, Nick, and Louie found out how the Electoral College and the popular vote affect this election.
Today to talk to you about the Electoral College. On November 3rd, every American who's registered to vote can go and vote for the president, and that's going to be the popular vote. About a month later in December, we're going to have our electors who generally go to their state capitals and they cast their ballots. That's the indirect way that we elect our president. That's what the framers wanted, an indirect method. Now, there's a lot of controversy around it because some people think we should go to a straight popular vote because we've had some times when presidents have won the popular vote and lost the electoral vote.
So even though the popular vote has an impact, it doesn't really decide who the president is because it's really a state-by-state election. So when they say today, like Joe Biden is up by 10% in the popular vote, it doesn't really matter because it's really a state-by-state election because of Electoral College votes. And you only have to win 270. So if you can win the right states to get to 270, you become the president of the United States.
Which state has the most electoral votes?
Would clearly be Rhode Island with 3 or 4 probably, I'm thinking. No, obviously California, 55 on that. Now here's the thing about California. They're about the 5th or 6th largest economy on their own if they were just their own country, which makes it pretty interesting. So California has a ton of political and economic sort of influence in the country.
So the Electoral College is important for smaller states, so they have more say, because if it just went by popular vote, bigger cities would be the focus of a lot of campaigns where a larger population is. So it definitely gives more power to the smaller states like Wyoming or North Dakota.
Thank you, Aidan and Jackson. Today is Election Day, and all over the country, Americans are going out to cast their votes.
I think we all know enough, or maybe even too much about this year's candidates. But how much do you really know about voting?
We all know you have to be a U.S. citizen and at least 18 years old to vote, but it wasn't always like this. Just 100 years ago, women didn't have the right to vote at all. And before the 26th Amendment came around in 1971, citizens had to wait until they were 21 to vote.
It has been a long journey for all Americans to be able to vote. African Americans got the right to vote through the 15th Amendment in 1870, and Native Americans did not get the right to vote until 1924.
We are telling you all this in hopes that when it is your time to vote, you take advantage of it. I don't care who you vote for.
Me either. Just vote. It is your right as an American citizen, and you should exercise that right.
And please, no matter how this election turns out, just be kind to one another. This election is a part of our democracy.
Thank you all for watching, and have a happy Election Day.